Hello, welcome to Model Kit Stuff, first impressions day today, and we're looking at this. It's the Higgins LCVP, or landing craft to you and me. Hello, yes, welcome to another First Impressions. My name is Jason. Today we're looking at this. It's the Airfix 172 Higgins LCVP. It comes with two paint options, but this was a vehicle used in all different operations of the Second World War. Although most people know it for D-Day landings, it was used by the Americans extensively in the Pacific as well, for Okinawa and places like that, where it proved its worth on all of these operations. So a very clever little design, lightweight, shallow hull, wide, full width opening bow to get your vehicles off quickly. It could get to a beach, deposit everything within 3 or 4 minutes, and then be off, which when you're under fire, that's what you want to be doing, getting back off again. So let's take a look. So we have the slightly older style now box with the artwork off center because of a red strip telling us what paint options we've got. Tells us it's 172 scale and that we've got a kit number of A02340. And if we look on this side, we can see we've got cartograph decals, which we would expect. And it tells us that it was manufactured, where are we, in India. The pack design and the decals is 2014, and the model design and tooling is 2014. So you can still buy this direct from Airfix at the time I'm recording this, which is August 2024. The ends of the box pretty much cover what's on the front, and then we've got on here a little bit of history. Tells us we've got 47 pieces, that the total model length is 172 millimeters and the width is 45 millimeters. The two paint options are Normandy 1944 and Normandy 1944, the difference being US Navy and Royal Navy, using the camouflage there. Then we have our paint call outs, not too many. What have we got? 2, 4, 6 in total. Skill level 1 and 1 flying hour, which I have removed. So let's have a look at the instructions. So our instructions are colour A4, and rather than being stapled, it's a single A3 sheet that's been folded. So the build is going to be fairly simple. We've got a little bit of history, then specifications of the craft. Then it tells us to wash our parts. Then as we turn over, we get our assembly instruction information, pre-read, and then our assembly icons, all familiar. If you've been watching this channel for a while, you've seen them many times. Then step 1, we are building up, not quite sure what that is. Looks like, yeah, the bridge, for want of a better term. Yeah, so I think that must be at the back end of the boat there. Then we can see what we've just built up there. We're putting some more bits in. It looks like the speed control, so navigation, steering will be in there, I guess. Then we're adding that to the hull and putting the transom in. Then we've got the two hull sides going in. We've got some details going on there. I'm guessing that is for lowering and raising the drop-down bow. Then we've got the floor pan going in with that well-known famous sort of shape. Then in step 6 we're putting on the items underneath the hull. I'm guessing that it's flat enough to turn it over at this stage rather than doing it earlier on. But yeah, and we've got, so far, oh, we do have, I was going to say we haven't got any paint instructions, but we have got paint instructions as we go. Yeah, very nice. And yeah, telling us to build up the propeller shaft and what have you there. Step 7, and we're putting the deck in, which has got the gun tubs in, and then an extension to the bulwarks there. Then we've got life preserver rings going in, and then we're building up this little stand for it, which is very nice because they put on this framework, which looks like an industrial frame, like it might be in a museum, which has got little rollers on it under the hull. I think that's really nice. You know, it's a little bit of thought gone into it, better than just a sort of a generic, we don't know how to do a stand, so we've done this thing with 2 pillars and a base that looks like a picture frame. I think that's really nice. Then we've got our bow there, which is all captured nicely, simply built up of 3 parts, so you could be able to have that up and down. Then putting the gun positions into the gun tubs, and we've got a little armoured back piece there, which I guess is to protect the back of them. So that's 9 steps. And that's it, it's complete. 9 steps. That's not so bad, is it? This could be a starter set then, by the looks of it. Let's have a look at this. So we've got a separate paint instructions in colour, which is nice. So we've got decal positions mounted either side of the bow. And what have we got? Matte dark grey for the upper surfaces. And then we've got RF blue plus 5% black. Okay, so they want you to darken it down a little bit, and then matte white. Or you could go and use the Life Colour paint range, who have already done exact matches to these colours. And then you've got brick red as the anti-fouling red. So some of these colours, being Humbrol, might be off a little bit, but you know, it doesn't really matter. Paint patches are always a bit different. They're never same twice. Yeah, and then we've got a decal on the transom there. I think that's really colourful and nice, and that's the way I would go. This one is less colourful, the American version. Just in medium grey all over, black lower hull, which I think is probably better than the red, to be honest, and then dark grey for the upper works. Yeah, the whole thing looks a bit green grey. So yeah, different decals and invasion markings and the like. But that's nice and clear, nice and simple. Let's have a look at the parts. So we have 3 sprues in total. So this first one, this is frame C. We've got the hull here, and it has detail on it, even though that might not be seen, which is nice. Clearly this is in the older pale blue plastic, but it feels like when they were messing around with hardness, because this feels harder. Definitely not the original bubblegum plastic that they used to use. We've got some of the bits for the stand frame, and we've got bolt detail and stuff on there, which is nice. We've got little lifting ring moulded on there. I mean, the moulding's all nice, it's fairly crisp. Life rings are good. The winding mechanism has a seam going all the way through it, which is quite heavy, but easy enough to clean up. Yeah, nicely detailed actually. Our steering wheel and our rudder. So yeah, no real issues with that. Let's have a look at the next one. If we can get it out, there we go. These were all in one bag. I debagged them ready for the video. So we've got the floor there, which shows all the separate panels, and the track bit there. It's all nice. There's no flash on any of this. I'm not seeing any sink. It's nice and crisp. Yeah, got a gun there which has a bit of detail on, a little bit of detail. Shaft is nice and straight and thick enough to be strong enough to clean up for youngsters. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure if we use that or not. Looks like a little rack, wooden rack of some description. Yeah, and I think all of the ejector pins are hidden, so that's pretty cool as well. Yeah, I have no issues with that. All very nice. Last sprue now. We've got the sides of the boat, that bow cutting bit that goes on the drop down bow, the transom. We can drill that out and make that exhaust open, and then some dividers and a couple of small bits. Again, parts are all nicely done. Detail level is good. We do have ejector pins that we're going to have to sort in between the ribs. Not all of them will be seen, but I think the floor pan sits on these here, so I think most will. They seem to be raised in the main, so should be able to be taken out with a chisel and then a bit of sanding, so it shouldn't be too big an issue. Yeah. Finally, our decals. Let's get you in so you can see those a bit better. So they've been divided by marking A, marking B. They're cartograph, so they're going to be great. There's a little bit of margin around them. These are, you know, more recent cartograph decals are better than this, but they're nice and thin. You won't have any problems with them going down. They're more than fit for purpose. No issues. Well, there you have it. The 172 Higgins landing craft from Airfix. What's my first impressions? I think that's a cracking little kit. Really, this would make a great starter set. It would be easier to build than their recent Shannon class lifeboat, to be honest. No issues with that. Lots of detail. Yeah, really good. A little bit of space there for a bit of scratch building if you want. You know, you can put some of these cables and things on and put some rope and bits and pieces on. And of course, it's crying out for you to put a vehicle in it of some type, a Jeep and some figures maybe. Yeah, and it'd look great on a little landing beach diorama or something like that. So yeah, very, very nice actually. That would be a lot of fun to build, and even if you build it on its own as a museum piece with maybe the drop door down, it'll be a fun little build. So that, you know, that's a weekend, maybe a couple of weekends if you go out doing this fancy camouflage. I'd be painting the whole thing white, then masking off where you want this blue to be, maybe with a bit of magic putty or blue tack or something like that, and then spray your blue down and away you go. So yeah, really nice little kit actually, and not expensive, so a great little addition to anyone's stash, that. So there you go. Now you know. Little box kit, a little palette cleanser, something simple between more complex builds. I think that's a nice little kit. Well, you now understand what you get in the box, so thanks very much for looking in. Don't forget to hit the like button, and I will see you very soon. Until then, you enjoy your modelling. Bye for now. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so. It's free, and if you'd like to support the channel, you can hit my PayPal link in the text below. Every pound goes straight into the channel to keep the cameras rolling and to do more fun stuff for you to watch.